love to be able to get my mother a headstone.
Jason DiTrapani finally found his mother's resting place 29 years after she disappeared from his life.
People would ask me, well, where's your mother? Why are you adopted? And I couldn't tell them.
Just before Thanksgiving, DiTrapani learned the truth. His mother, Marissa Hammonds, was the victim of a brutal crime in 1992.
A man on Long Island has admitted to being a serial killer.
In 1996, postal worker Robert Schulman had confessed to murdering DiTrapani's mother, a woman known as Yonkers Jane Doe, after a serial killing spree.
Back in 1992, she was found in a dumpster over on Midland Avenue. But she still was a Jane Doe, and that's not her name. And it bothered me that we didn't know who she was.
For 29 years, Jason DiTrapani, who was raised in New Jersey, did know his mother's name, but he didn't know why she wasn't around.
The entire time, I just thought she was living her life and not looking for me.
Then in the fall, Detective Geis heard about a cold case solved in Mount Vernon using genetic genealogy, public ancestry sites. The technique led to the arrest of the notorious Golden State Killer in 2018, who turned out to be a former California cop.
We had to get in contact with the FBI for their assistance because they have a genealogy unit.
Geis got his answer in 3 weeks. He visited Hammond's brothers and sisters in Michigan and then found her son.
I was in shock. It was a relief in a weird way. Even though she was murdered, at least I knew she wasn't just not looking for me.
Hammond's son met his relatives over the holidays.
This whole time, I didn't have one family member that looked like me. So now I have a bunch of people that resemble me.
DiTrapani learned his mother was still buried as Jane Doe in the Frederick Douglass Memorial Park on Staten Island, an African-American burial ground.
Which one is Jane Doe?
Right where that flag marker is at.
And Pix 11 News was there when he visited her unmarked grave for the first time.
When I first arrived to the gravesite, it was hard because all I saw was the stick coming out of the ground. It's important to me for my mother to have a headstone.
So while advances in DNA technology finally brought answers to his son, who had always wondered about his missing mother, now he's hoping for the chance to have her remembered with some kind of dignity.
We're trying to see what we can do to help them get that done. And they want to keep her there because she spent most of her life there.
And Marissa Hammond's son started a GoFundMe page to help pay for his mother's headstone. The Yonkers Cold Case Squad said there may be some funding available for crime victims that could help.